Hello, everybody. It's Aaron. Welcome back to Unabridged. It's Sunday morning. I got some coffee, so let's do an episode. First of all, Nonsanity was nice enough to give me some shiny ore. He made a laser drill. The reason is because we wanted platinum seeds, and I don't think the nether ore will work. You have to put this under your farmland, and this doesn't generate in the overworld. So I had to go through, lapis and iron and diamond seeds, but I'm not going to farm any of these. I'm only going to farm this, and I'm going to probably put like one or two on the corner of the pumpkin farm and then throw a barrel up there. You get nuggets from it, so I mean, it's not like magical crops. Actually, it might be comparable to magical crops. I'm not really sure. So we need to do a lot of things today. We're going to get organized. And the first thing we need to do is we're going to need a little bit of clay. So let's run out here. I just slept, so we might have some bad guys walking around. There's at least one. I made a clay conia because clay can be pretty hard to find. So we'll just pop it right here, and it should connect to that mana pool. And if we put sand on the ground, it should turn to clay. So I'll just do this a few times. And of course, it's still a no magnet zone over here. But you get one clay ball per sand. So what do you say we just do a stack of it? We could automate this, but I don't know that I really need all that much clay. So I'm okay with this. So what we're going to do logistics pipes. And when we move, I'll probably do AE because it's a lot better for crafting and stuff. But for now, I thought it would be okay to do logistics pipes. So we need to make some insertion pipes. And I should have some glass. And I forgot to make pipe plugs, so we're going to have to do that. But we can let that go while we're doing other stuff. So I'll bring this in case we need it. And we'll see if I can type. It's shapeless crafting, which is good. I think you used to have to do that in the assembly table. Oh, easy. Perfect. All right. So before we do this, what I want to try is I've got the stuff to make an Enderium turbine, and I want to see if we can just smack it on there while the generator is in place. So we'll do that one. Oh, excellent. So that is now, I think those make 500 RF instead of the 200 for this one. So when I replace the rest of these, we'll have a little more RF. And I think I can melt this down and get bronze out of it. So I'll just go ahead and smelterize this. And then we'll do our logistics pipes thing. Maybe, was that a regular furnace? It is. Awesome. I don't know what I'm going to do with the bronze, but I'll take it. All right, so I went ahead and made some chipsets. And let's get rid of some stuff. I don't think we're going to need a weapon or a mattock down here, or a watering can. And we'll just put that in here. Okay, so I made some chipsets. We're going to need some diamond pipes. And everything is based off like the basic logistics pipe. So I figure I'll probably we get 8 diamond pipes per craft. I'll probably just make a stack of these and then craft it into the other things that we're going to need. So we'll get 2 of these, and wherever my glass is, I could have sworn I had some down here. I guess not. This is why we need to get organized. And I get lost in my own base. Let's see if any of the other recipes. Doesn't look like any of the other ones really take glass. We are going to need some paper. So we'll grab that while we're up here. I think that's probably it. Gold nuggets, maybe. So we're going to do this. We're going to need cobblestone pipe too, of course. We'll see how many times I can spin around. I'll just grab a bunch of it. And we need sticks for redstone torches. One of these has redstone in it and iron. All right. So we'll go ahead and make, I'll do 2 of those, 2 crafts. So what we're going to need for this, we're going to need basic logistics pipes. We're going to need the logistics power junction, because these things take power in this pack. I use this a little in TPPI2, and they turn off the power requirement for logistics pipes as a whole to kind of encourage you to use that instead of applied energistics. So I think we can just make a stack of those. And we're probably, I'm not going to mess with the gold pipe. I'll just use logistics pipes instead. I totally forgot as well to make a couple ender chests. So I'll tell you what, we'll just use a wooden chest in its place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here in case I decide to sink the generator into the wall. We'll have another spot. So we're going to need a logistics chassis right there, but the back of these are all going to get insertion pipes. The reason I'm using these is because if you lock a barrel, logistics pipes doesn't care. It'll just insert something into the barrel if there's nothing already in it. With the insertion pipes, it will only accept an item if it's unlocked or if it already has that kind of item in it. And I shouldn't have put one right there. Actually, no, I was right. Damn it. All right, and then we're going to put 2 regular logistics pipes right here. The reason is the items slow down in the transport pipes, and then you need to give them a little boost before they go down the other row. So we don't need logistics pipes everywhere. You really only need them at a junction. But I'll just go ahead and use them. We probably have plenty. So let's go a few blocks away. What we're going to do is we're going to put chests underneath here. We'll do that. And then what I'll do is I'll just kind of branch off and come over as necessary. So we need to make our other types of pipe. And the ones we're going to need a request pipe, probably. We're definitely going to need a provider pipe. I wonder if I have the easy gold gear recipe. I guess I don't. Let me, I didn't realize I was going to need so many of these. Let me cook up some gold gears and some iron gears. Let me see if I can make the easy recipe first. The thermal expansion one, you can just do it like that. Oh, it'll work. Okay, good. I'll just make 4 of those and then 4 of those, and we'll see how far we get. Okay, so we need a provider pipe. What this pipe does, I'll go ahead and make 2 of them. When you've got your network, this will provide items from an inventory to the rest of the network. So we're going to put that right there, and then we're going to put a bunch of chests around it. And the debate is, do I just go ahead and make diamond chests from the get-go, or upgrade them? So let's do this. Let me, I'll move the gold chest from upstairs down here. It's going to take me a minute. So I'll cut it, and then I'll be back when these things are all in place. Okay, so this is our basic pattern, I guess. The provider pipe goes in the middle so it can access all 4 of the chests. The regular logistics pipes will just put items in there. And while I was gone, I went ahead and made 2 ender chests, and my color is yellow. So what we'll do is we're going to put one of these in the corner. The good thing about these is they still open if there's a solid block above them. I'm going to put one in the corner, and then one is going to go out here. The output from the alloy smelter, because we're going to kind of make a very basic ore processing. So we're going to need now, we're going to need one of these. I want to do the Mark III, which is pretty easy recipe. I went ahead and made some extra iron chipsets specifically for this purpose. And I think I'm only going to need one of those, and then we're going to need a request pipe and probably a supplier as well. What the supplier pipe does is it will keep items in an inventory. So the supplier pipe will take whatever items we want and insert them into the sag mill or the chest that we're going to put behind the sag mill. Maybe a strong box, since I've got the living rock thing right there. It's a solid block. So I may have to either make a strong box or put a structure pipe with a facade on it. All right, so let's get a couple of these. And let's make some inventory space. Very, very unorganized right now. So we're going to put our logistics chassis right here. Put a regular logistics pipe after it. What we're going to do is we're going to put an extractor module in that so it pulls everything out of the ender chest. And I don't know where we'll put the request pipe, but we'll figure it out. So I can probably get rid of that and do that like that. I think that'll work. Yep. Okay. So let's see. There are different extractors. They work faster than the others. I want to make a Mark III, but I don't need the advanced one. So we'll make a diamond gear in a minute. I guess we got to make every single module. Okay, here is our extractor Mark III. Now what we need to do with this, and these logistics chassis, you can put a bunch of different modules. This is very basic, so we're just going to use the extractor, but we have a couple more if we want to put them in there. And then when I was doing my testing, when I hooked this thing up, I had to replace the logistics pipe that was touching it in order to get it to recognize. So we can try this out. Hopefully I did this right. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to set the default route for these 4. If you don't have a default route set, nothing will be extracted. And nothing is being extracted anyway. Apparently you can only hook up your logistics pipe to the side of this thing. Not a huge deal. So how about this? This might be kind of ugly. I'll figure out how to dress it up later. Let's put our, I don't think I made my request logistics pipe unless I put it in the wrong place. We need a supplier here. We'll put our request pipe right there. So we'll need one more pipe. I don't like that connects. That should not connect. So we'll put a plug on the bottom of that. Hopefully logistics pipes respect the pipe plug. And we just need a regular one right there. They do. Awesome. The loop, not a big deal because logistics pipes are smart. So let's do one more thing. I'm going to need another pipe plug on that. Actually, we're going to have to put that somewhere else entirely. We'll figure that out in a second. We'll just demonstrate the supplier pipe, and then I'll figure out where to put my request pipe. The request pipe lets you get items out of your system. And I hope that redstone went into the first barrel exactly like it should have. Good. Okay, so we're going to put this chest on the sag mill. So as a for instance, if we right click this thing and put cobble in there, it'll take any cobble that is found by a provider pipe and put it in this chest. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the ores in this rule right here so that this is kind of a buffer, and then the sag mill will take the ores from the chest. So if we dump some cobblestone in here, it's going to get sucked into the barrel. Those barrels will either be locked or they'll have ingots, diamonds, redstone, glass, stuff like that in them. Stuff that we can just hit them and get them off the wall. But let's say we put a cobblestone in here. It should get pulled out and sent to the chest. And then the sag mill should take it. And then once it goes through the furnace, it gets put back in the ender chest. So I kind of just killed 2 birds with 1 stone. If I have an ender pouch and I'm somewhere else, I could throw a bunch of stuff in it and it'll either go into its barrel or it'll go into our bulk storage, I guess you could call it. Any item that is more than a few stacks will be in a barrel over there. But this is our basic setup. And the only thing we need beyond this, I suppose what we could do is we could put it right here in the corner. I think that would be all right. We'll put our request pipe over here. So if I need something from the network, I can hit it with a wrench and it sees everything. So let's say I want, I don't know, 15 soul sand. I can move it up hit request, it'll just pop out. It got stuck in the barrel. Okay, so that's not a very good place for that. But that is how that works. So I'll have to find another place for this. Not a big deal. I suppose I could put it right here. That's probably a better place anyway. So let's do that, and then we'll just run regular logistics pipes like that. I think that'll do it. That was pretty funny. So like I said, you only need logistics pipes at a junction, right? So there's junctions here, but these transport pipes or the insertion pipes are not smart. So if it can put something in there, it will. Though most of what I'm going to be requesting will not be in these barrels anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So let's re-demonstrate this. Let's say we want 1 brick. I hit request. It should just pop out. Since I have a magnet, it ends up in my inventory. And then if I want it back in the system, it'll end up in the barrel. But like I said, these will all be full of things that I determine I need to have quick access to. So what I'm going to do is figure that out. I'll put like, all the ingots, glass, redstone, anything that I really need to craft a lot with. I'm going to put the 5 thermal expansion machines right here for manual stuff. And I'm going to use these 2. I'm going to upgrade the capacitors since we have ender pearls now. And this will be the ore processing. So this is just a basic, very basic logistics pipe system. You can do a lot more with it, like crafting, and you can move fluids and all kinds of stuff. But I really just need it to get organized. And now that I'm thinking about this, what I might do is if I put a provider pipe right here, I can put 4 more chests on top of it and save some space. I haven't tried that yet, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. So there's our very basic logistics pipe system. If you guys have any comments or suggestions for this, please leave them down below, because I've only used this a couple of times and I only know the very basics of it. So that'll do it. In addition to suggestions about this, if you have any questions or other comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.